Have you ever noticed how some people keep getting promoted, recognized, or chosen for opportunities, even when they're not the best at the job? It's frustrating, right? But there's a reason for it. These days, career success isn't about who works hardest, it's about who gets seen. In this episode of the Work Chat, we'll break down how to grow your career the modern way by combining deep skills with intentional visibility. You'll learn how to build credibility, show your value authentically, and attract new opportunities without feeling self-promotional or fake. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Work Chat. Today we're going to talk about something that's quietly reshaping how careers are built in workplaces these days. Something that separates who gets seen and promoted from those who keep working hard but stay invisible. It's what I call the new career equation. So what exactly is this equation? It's simple. Skills plus visibility equals opportunity. Now here's why this matters. For years, we've been told that if you just work hard, stay humble, and do great work, success will find you. But that's not how the modern workplace works anymore. You can be the most capable person in the room, but if no one sees your impact, your career will stall. Because skill builds credibility, but visibility creates opportunity. That's the new equation of career success in the modern workplace. And once you start applying it, you'll see your growth accelerate. Not because you're working harder, but because you're being seen for the value you already bring. Let's break this down a little further. If skills and visibility together create opportunity, then what happens when you only have one of them? Most professionals focus almost entirely on skill building. And don't get me wrong, that's important. You need expertise. You need to be great at what you do. But here's the trap. Too many talented people stop there. They master their craft, but stay behind the scenes. They think their hard work will automatically get noticed, but in reality, it doesn't. And that's where frustration builds. You're doing everything right, but your growth feels stuck. That's because skills alone are no longer enough. You need visibility. Visibility doesn't mean bragging. It means making your impact seen and understood by the people who can open doors for you. Think about it this way. If your talent is your product, visibility is your marketing. Without marketing, even the best product stays hidden on the shelf. Here's a real example. I once coached a project manager named Alex. Brilliant, detail-oriented, always hitting deadlines. But in performance reviews, leadership barely mentioned his name. Why? Because while he was doing great work, he wasn't showing great work. He assumed results spoke for themselves. But results only speak when someone's listening. Once he learned to share updates, showcase wins, and involve others early in the process, suddenly his visibility skyrocketed. Within a year, he was promoted. Skill built credibility. Visibility created opportunity. That's the power of the new equation. Moving on, let's talk more about skills. As I mentioned earlier, these days technical skills alone don't cut it. You need a blend of core, transferable, and future-proof skills that make you relevant across industries. Here's what I mean. Core skills are what you're hired for, your technical or functional expertise. Transferable skills are what help you lead and collaborate. Communication, critical thinking, problem-solving. Future-proof skills are what help you adapt. Learning agility, digital literacy, and emotional intelligence. If you're aiming for long-term success, invest in becoming T-shaped. That means you have depth in one area, your specialty, and breadth across others, like project management, data interpretation, or storytelling. And remember, the most valuable professionals aren't just experts, they're connectors of knowledge. They can translate between teams, bridge gaps, and make complex ideas simple. Here's a practical step. Once a month, pick one skill outside your comfort zone and deepen it. Take a micro course, shadow a teammate, or read a case study. The goal isn't perfection, it's expansion. Because skills open the door, but visibility invites you in. Next, let's talk about visibility, the second half of the equation that most professionals neglect. Visibility isn't about posting selfies or taking credit for teamwork. It's about making your contributions seen, heard, and understood in the right rooms. Here's what visibility looks like. Sharing updates that focus on impact, not activity. speaking up in meetings with clarity and confidence, collaborating across teams so more people experience your work firsthand, building internal advocates who can speak your name when you're not in the room. Visibility also means showing how you think, not just what you do. If you lead a project, talk about your process, how you approached the challenge, how you involved stakeholders, what you learned. This transforms your reputation from someone who executes to someone who thinks strategically. Here's a simple framework. Whenever you finish something important, ask yourself, who needs to know about this, and how can I make it valuable for them to hear? That one question changes everything. Now you might be thinking, I don't like bragging, I just want to do good work. That's fair. Most professionals feel the same way. But here's the mindset shift. Visibility is service, not self-promotion. When you share what's working, what you've learned, or what your team accomplished, you're not bragging. You're helping others grow too. Here are 3 practical ways to stay visible without feeling salesy. 1. The update habit. Send short, structured updates to your manager or stakeholders every few weeks. Something like, here's what we accomplished, here's what's next, and here's where we need input. That 1-minute update builds trust and shows ownership. 2. The collaboration loop. Instead of waiting for recognition, create visibility through collaboration. Offer to lead a mini session, support another team's project, or present a result in a meeting. Visibility grows naturally when you add value beyond your immediate role. 3. The digital footprint. Your online presence is your career reputation. Keep your LinkedIn active. Share lessons, celebrate milestones, and comment meaningfully on others' work. The goal isn't to post daily, it's to show that you think deeply and contribute consistently. Remember, people can only advocate for you if they know what you're doing. So where does opportunity fit in this equation? It's not luck, it's the natural result of aligning skills and visibility. Opportunity finds you when you've built rare, valuable skills, you've made your value visible to the right audience, you've developed a reputation for consistency and credibility. Let's go back to Alex, the project manager I mentioned earlier. Once he started combining strong execution with intentional visibility, new doors opened naturally. He was invited to lead cross-department projects. He started getting mentorship offers from senior leaders. Eventually, he didn't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities started chasing him. That's the new career advantage. All right, let's bring it all together. If you want to grow in today's workplace, here's what to do. 1. Audit your skills. Ask yourself, what am I known for? What skills are in demand in my field? Where are my gaps? Be honest. Growth starts with clarity. 2. Map your visibility. List the people who know your work and the people who should know it. Are you visible across departments? With leadership? In your industry? If not, start small. 1 intentional visibility action each week. 3. Connect the 2. Visibility should highlight your skills in action. That means sharing what you're learning, not just what you've finished. Here's the simple rhythm you can follow. Build, show, and grow. Build skills, show your impact, grow your opportunities. At the end of the day, no one manages your career but you. You are the CEO of your own professional brand. Your skills are your products. Your visibility is your marketing, and your network is your distribution. When you see your career this way, you stop waiting for recognition and start leading your own narrative. The truth is, the people who rise fastest aren't just the smartest or most experienced. They're the ones who are strategic about how they show up. So here's the challenge. This week, take 1 action to grow your skill and 1 action to grow your visibility. Because that's the new career equation. Skills plus visibility equals to opportunity. That's a wrap for today's episode of The Work Chat. If this episode helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to grow their career. And tell us in the comments, which part of the new career equation do you need to focus on more right now? Building skills or increasing visibility? Thanks for tuning in. And remember, in the modern workplace, your work matters most when it's seen and valued. See you in the next episode.